Get Brie on the carpet! Get Brie on the carpet! The cries ring out in Hollywood as they begin to fear that the loss of Brie Larson and all of the promotions for the Marvels is going to cost the film millions. No, they don't actually believe that at all, but that, folks, is the groundwork that is being laid. The excuse machine is ramping up as they prepare to tell us why the Marvels was a failure and why nobody involved was actually at fault. Disney is clearly very desperate to try to save this film, but if it can't be saved, never take the blame. Hello, folks, and welcome back to another day here on the WDW Pro channel. Thank you for sharing your time with me and your screen, your speaker. Folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, we sure do hope that you're having a great day, and we're going to try to make it even better. That by explaining entertainment and keeping you ahead of the culture curve. Today, we're taking a look at MovieWeb by Anthony Lund. We are learning, folks, that Disney must be very, very nervous about the Marvels. Why? Well, I think most of us already know. Of course, this film probably has some quality issues. We know that it was reshot significantly. It probably has some VFX issues. We know it was done under Victoria Alonso. And it probably has a star issue. Well, maybe more than that. But let's take a look at what we've got so far. And we're going to look at the key indicators that show us that Disney is nervous about a film which essentially has almost zero competition. The Marvel's director fears the MCU movie could suffer from its restricted promotion. The ongoing Hollywood strikes will almost certainly prevent Brie Larson and other MCU stars from promoting the Marvels. Oh no, say it ain't so. Folks, I'm here to tell you, I think it's better for Brie Larson to stay off the carpet. The Marvels faces the challenge of promoting itself without the support of its leading ladies, which worries director Nia DaCosta. Let's see what we've got here. The ongoing WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes also see never ending. What is it now? Day 135, day 136, about to surpass the 1980s strike and still no end in sight? I've seen many movies shuffling down the list of upcoming releases, abandoning a 2023 release in favor of shifting to 2024 with the belief that by then actors will once again be able to promote big films like Dune 2. One movie that has stuck with its planned release date of this November is The Marvels, the final MCU offering of a tumultuous year for Marvel Studios. Also see Failure, minus Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which was done by now their biggest competitor. However, director Nia DaCosta has some reservations about how the box office of the movie will perform without the backing of its leading ladies. Now, largely, ladies and gentlemen, understand that the red carpet and everything involved with promoting these films, largely, it's frivolous. It is there for the actors to have a good time. It's there for everybody to get to celebrate and enjoy themselves. It doesn't do a lot in terms of moving the needle for how much a movie is going to make. Maybe they think it does. Maybe they're a little narcissistic there. Who knows? Now, do I think that social media has an impact? You bet. But if they have any sense in their heads, they got the promotional stuff for social media done before the strike so that they would be prepared to launch this when it happens. If not, well, blame that on Disney and poor foresight. Then again, it's hard to not believe that many people probably thought this strike would be over way earlier than it is, and we are nowhere close to the end. The Marvels brings together Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, Iman Vellani's Miss Marvel, and Tiana Parrish's Monica Rambeau, as well as the return of Samuel L. Jackson following his Disney Plus. This says adventure. I'm going to say Suckfest, and Secret Invasion. Although Captain Marvel was one of the biggest financial successes of the MCU's Infinity Saga, the film gained a lot of online hate. Now, let's clarify this for those of you out there keeping score. How did Captain Marvel make all that money? Well, in the midst of the very end of the entire Infinity Saga, Marvel decided to tell folks, you got to see Captain Marvel to know what's really going on, to know what the entire ending's about. 10 years of movies. You've got to see this one to understand it all. You didn't have to see it. It was pointless. There was no point to it. It was the introduction of a female character who was supposed to usurp all the other characters. Yay. Nothing like doing that with the clock under 2 minutes, right? Nothing like doing that in the 11th hour. So yeah, it soured people. And then on top of that, Brie Larson was Rachel Zegler before Rachel Zegler became Rachel Zegler. So none of that went well. Okay, so what's this all about? Why are we already out there complaining that the Marvels could suffer from restricted promotion when we all know that this moves the needle as close to not as not can be? Well, because we have to go ahead and start up. We have to ramp up the excuse factory. Ready for excuse number 2? Let's get into it. This out of ScreenGeek by Jacob Dressler. The Marvel's advertisement criticized for making Brie Larson unrecognizable. It looks like Captain Marvel star Brie Larson is unrecognizable to fans in the latest advertisement for the Marvels. Are you seeing a trend here? We got to get Brie. We got to help Brie. Save Brie. They're all saving Brie. The Marvels will soon be hitting theaters as the final MCU movie of 2023. As the release date approaches, the marketing campaign for the Marvels is being hyped up. But the latest piece of advertising has starred Brie Larson unrecognizable to fans. Let's go ahead and get down here to this. Now, this image that you're seeing right there, that just looks like Brie Larson to me, but apparently some people don't like it. We'll skip some of these comments here. It's certainly disappointing when marketing doesn't quite match the film at hand. It no doubt has fans wishful that studios would return to more classic poster styles, yada, yada, yada. One of the things that's being claimed about all of this is that it's not actually an image of Brie Larson at all, but rather it is a artificially intelligent piece of work here. That artificial intelligence created Brie Larson and these other actresses because they're not available for post-production. That's the claim. And the claim is that because this doesn't look like Brie Larson, which granted it does look a bit more like Alicia Silverstone, perhaps they put the wrong person into the computer, but because of that, this is where the Marvels is going to fail. It's all because of the marketing. And why are they claiming that? Well, because they need something. Here's the real truth, folks. Here's what we can find out. This is what they really think. And thank goodness we have sites like Bounding Into Comics to tell us the truth about it. Bounding Into Comics, Spencer Bakuli, who, by the way, is over there on That Park Place, was part of the video yesterday on That Park Place. What a fantastic channel. Great job to Jonas and Vash as they launched that. Ms. Marvel directors say Disney waiting until after premiere of The Marvels to deliver Season 2 renewal decision. So that's why all of this is happening. Because there's much riding on it. Yes, indeed. The creative partners who helmed both Ms. Marvel's premiere episode Generation Y and its first season finale, No Normal, as well as some may remember Warner Brothers Discovery's famously shelved Batgirl solo film, spoke to the Disney Plus series Future during a yet-to-be-aired appearance on the Playlist Discourse podcast. Asked if they had any plans as to when, if ever, they and the newly revealed mutant hero could potentially return to the House of Mouse signature streaming service, LRB admitted, no, we're waiting for the Marvels so that we'll decide what the next step will be. Now, what's happening here? Well, there are many decisions being made at Marvel based on how the Marvels does. And if that film does not do well, then there are many plans that are going to be put on the shelf. That's Miss Marvel, but that's not even the beginning of it. There is way more involved in this because this may have a gigantic, ginormous impact on Phase 6. It may also have a gigantic, ginormous impact on the future of some of these female stars. And thus, ladies and gentlemen, the foundation is being laid by the media. Well, not the media that you're listening to right now, but the corporate media. The corporate media is laying the foundation that somehow the lead actress, Brie Larson, has been mistreated. She was unable to do the marketing. She would have saved this. The images of her done in post-production photography using artificial intelligence, they're not really her, and that damaged it. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's not their fault. And they have to do that because if this movie fails, much else will also be failing because Disney can't afford to put out another Ms. Marvel if it cannot get a bump. And they need a bump because the original Ms. Marvel did very poorly. Further pressed by the outlet if they'd ever be interested in actually returning for another stint in the MCU, LRB confirmed that not only would they be up for more Ms. Marvel, but also shared the wish list of heroes they'd like to work with. Well, if they ask us to come back to Ms. Marvel, we love the universe. We love those characters and Iman and all the other supporting actors there, so it would be an honor to come back and explore some more. There is a Moroccan superhero we forgot to name that exists, so we can go there. Okay, seriously though, let go of the Z roster, okay? I mean, I'm cool with trying to find characters that are from, from different regions and pull them in and modify them, but you got to care enough to actually know their name before you start name dropping them, right? How do you name drop a character that you'd like to put in your show and you don't know their name? Woo! And we love Blade, he continued. Our buddy, Jan Dimage, is now doing Blade. If Jan doesn't want to do the second movie, we're still there. And Deadpool, we're always there for Deadpool. If there's a fourth one, we're also game. So if they call us, we're good. Sounds like a desperate boyfriend at that point, right, folks? If she calls, I'm good. I'm up for it. I'll go on a date. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it didn't go so well the first time, but I'm definitely, yeah, we can fix this. We can fix this, definitely. Well, I don't think we can fix this, folks. The Marvels is going up against no competition. The only thing that's even in the bracket for the window of opportunity for November is the Hunger Games prequel. That starring Rachel Zegler, the most unpopular actress on the planet, who, by the way, is also starring in Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dirty Hippies, which comes out next year because it's been delayed because it needs reshoots because she herself is following in the footsteps, those wonderful, beautiful, shall I say it, semi-perfect footsteps of one Brie Larson. And that is why the media is out there defending, and getting the groundwork already down so that they have a reason that this movie failed. And no, it will never be, it will never ever be Brie Larson or the behavior that she has had in the past, although not so much lately, towards fans. And it will never be the idea of trying to modify a male-dominated demographic franchise and moving it into a female franchise and being unsuccessful at that. Those will never be the reasons. But you know, and I know, that is true. Folks, if you like content like this, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, and when you click it, you stick it to the algorithms, it's the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think and what's on your mind. We love it. We appreciate it when you do so. Don't forget that the Pro Show is Thursdays. That's today at the time of release of this video, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and we would love to have you there, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Make sure to catch the Pro Show Thursdays 5 to 7 Eastern Time. Entertainment Explained, The Culture Curve Conquered, live with Pro and all his friends.
This is Wilton the Troll reporting for That's Park Place, and I'm surrounded by loving and adoring people who are peacefully trying to make sure that poor kids aren't cold in the winter. And just behind me, you can see a totally natural bonfire for baking cookies or making marshmallows.
Yeah, so, Wilson, we really appreciate the effort and stuff, but we're looking for real and, accurate news reporting on that Park Place.
So not like most news outlets, huh?
No.